The ARRICHION community just kept me coming back. It started with the first time I got a 10 class band, and then it was just thereafter, just the little sound bites of encouragement after each class. Oh, you held this pose this long, or I saw that you were working on, another pose, or it was just the encouragement. Someone knows your name when you walk in, and for you to be seen, sometimes people don't have, some people don't have a stage for people to see them. And I want to create that for people because ARRICHION did that for me. I'm gonna try not to cry on the next go round.
So if building a career out of yoga teaching or yoga in general is something that you're interested in, we would really push you to do the 300-hour training program, only because in the 200-hour, you get that foundational knowledge of intro to yoga business and that side of marketing and things like that. But in the 300-hour is really where we take a deep dive and really focus on the business aspects, how to create revenue streams, how to market yourself, how to create websites and personal branding, and take your yoga teaching from going to a brewery and teaching a couple people, or teaching your family at the park or something like that, and learning how to monetize on it, how to market yourself, how to build a business, how to build a revenue stream, and ultimately make it your career.
Coaches have a confidence. Some people call it an ego, but you have to believe you can really make a difference in order to make a difference. And that's the way we approach the ARRICHION teacher training. We believe that if you can go through the process, and as you build your skills, the confidence that you gain will prepare you to actually go out and really do something with what you're learning. A certification is worthless if you don't have the skills to put with it. You can put one on your chest, or you can hang one on the wall, but we're not about that. We really want you to be able to do it. And if you don't, our coaching ego comes in and says, what did we not do right that you did not get that?
The biggest difference between the 200-hour and the 300-hour, in my opinion, is just those little technical refinements that just make you be able to see, what can I adjust in this student? How can I help make their practice better? How can I properly help adjust them verbally and also physically? We get a lot more in depth into those kind of things, versus the 200-hour is more of a basic overview of how you would be able to teach a class. You do learn things like key points and adjustments, but you just go very in depth in your 300. On top of the fact that we got to do our very first yoga festival. It was so much fun. We got to plan it ourselves. We got to talk about how we would make profit off of it. We did all of our own pricing. So it also kind of gets you ready more for the real world business side if you didn't necessarily have a job that you were working at, so you could continue to make yourself a valuable asset to the community.
The fun challenge for us this time was obviously doing it completely online. Sometimes they do have it studio based, but with recent events, we were doing everything online. So we had to research the marketability of it. We had to research the marketability in our area, what we would come up with pricing wise. What do we even spend our money on? Are we paying for advertisements and guest speakers, musical guests, anything like that? And really applying the second level of entrepreneurship. This is your baby, this is your business. And then allowing us to find a topic that really did resonate home, that was something we were passionate about, and then to create a 90-minute class around that.
So with a 300-hour training, we're looking for details. So it's the format is similar to the 200 in terms of the poses that we cover, but you go into depth in each pose. You learn about the fundamentals, but then you also learn how to translate that to everybody so that the poses are more accessible.
My favorite aspect of the ARRICHION philosophy is the concept of strength through focus. From the yoga room where you're practicing and it's so intense that you leave whatever is going on outside of the room so that you can be 100% focused in the room. That same philosophy has applied in the 300-hour training. Everything falls away. It is 100% about improving my practice, focusing on my practice so that I can ultimately be a better coach to the next generation of coaches.
Well, there are teacher training programs that are just going to give you a certificate, that are just going to hand you, they don't really care if you've grown or you've learned, or if you can write the check, they'll give it to you. For us, we want to have our students with personal responsibility. We want to see them improve, even incrementally, small growth, huge growth. It's important that it's not just a certification that is just given. We want our students to earn it. There's no freebies, there's no participation trophies.
So the 300-hour certification is definitely, by and large, more mentally challenging than the 200, because you're learning not only you're relearning a lot of the poses that you already learned, but the layer of being able to add in more advanced poses has been the most challenging part. It's pushed me to my physical limits, but it's also pushed me outside of my mental box that you often build, saying that this is as far as you can go. You can always go further, and I've definitely learned that day in and day out. It definitely takes a lot of time, practice, and just the willingness to show up every day and be a better version of yourself.
I really enjoy the connection that I make with all of the clients, all the students, all the friends that come together for this single purpose of just trying to better ourselves. So whether that's working for someone else in a franchise, or opening up my own gym, or just being a guy who shows up at the Y and teaches a group of old folks in their chairs, to me it's all about helping people grow and the benefits that I feel as I do that.
The program is designed to get you there. If you're willing to make the sacrifice and you're willing to do it, and you've got that knowledge base to start with the 200-hour, if you're willing to go out and expand on that and push through it, we believe in you before you believe in yourself. Eventually you'll get there, and the light will flip on and you'll say, wait, I can do this. I'm already doing this.